Hi everyone, I'm back home now in my backyard in North Mankato, Minnesota. 20 pounds lighter than when I left at the end of last February. That was also in the dead of winter, 20 below degrees. And you can see spring is in full bloom here. I had a woodchuck run across the backyard a few minutes ago when I was getting ready to film. This will be the last video of my trip. This will cover from Waynesboro, Virginia, around mile 863 at the southern tip of Shenandoah National Park. Matt came to visit there. And then this will go through to my final destination in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia at mile 1024. This is a place called Rockfish Gap. We're at a tourist information center for the southern tip of Shenandoah National Park. This is a few hours out of Waynesboro and into the Shenandoah National Park. And just wanted to film this. There are ferns into the woods as far as I can see. I'm celebrating Mother's Day by hiking in the rain and the cold and the fog. Sometimes the trail crosses a highway like this, and this is my view. Foggy that way. Foggy that way. It's just kind of eerie crossing this road all by myself in the quiet, but I'll take this opportunity to say Happy Mother's Day to my mother and also to my mother-in-law Jessie. I love you both and hope you are having a wonderful day somewhere dry and warm and not foggy. Well, the question is, do bears? And the answer is, why, yes, they do. I think this is a place called Rocky Man. It's in the Shenandoah National Park, a high place. And now we're heading downhill for a while. This is one of the shelters called Bird's Nest number 3 in Shenandoah. They don't all look like this, but this is pretty cool when I'm filming because it was built by the CCC. And there's a little fire pit. This was once a drinking fountain. It looks like it doesn't work anymore. They have a bear box, which is great. It's rare to find these, but Shenandoah has either these boxes to put your food in at night or bear poles, which is that metal pole right there. It's got hooks up there, and there's a long metal pole hanging there next to it, and you use that to lift your bag up and hang it up there. And apparently that's a pole that bears cannot climb. I'm going to say that's about 20 feet. Hiking by myself this morning after getting dropped off by a hostile shuttle driver a few minutes ago, and thought I'd take a few minutes to show you the trail today. So here we go. We're starting up coming off a road. I just got dropped off down there, and up the staircase we go. And I probably said this before, but these, even though these obviously is a staircase, notice that the steps are extra tall, and they are mostly for erosion control. So they're sometimes a little bit difficult to get up and down, but they do the work. I believe these are honeysuckle, and you get closer, there you go, you can smell those. I'll also mention that the Appalachian Trail is often referred to as the Green Tunnel. And that wasn't true for my first month and a half or so out here. But now that everything's green and blooming, you can see why they call it that. Let me take you for a little walk down the Green Tunnel. You can't see much on either side because there's thick forests. And that also means you never know what you're going to find around the bend. It's always kind of a fun surprise. In Shenandoah National Park, there is a road called Skyline Drive that goes the entire length of the ridge, and the AT intersects with it several times. And the Skyline Drive is popular for day hikers and motorcyclists. And there are a few of these things called waysides along the way. This is a store, it's got resupply for hikers, it's got a grill in there, food, restrooms, picnic areas. So I just finished having a famous blackberry shake in there. Here it appears that the birds have been volunteering to help blaze the trail. Gravel Springs Hut, point 2 to the left. That's my destination for tonight. It's the Shenandoah National Park calls huts the same as what the rest of the trail calls shelters. And this will be the last shelter I stay in Shenandoah National Park. I just saw bear number 6 2 minutes ago back up the trail. It was a little young one who was hightailing it away from me. This is my last morning in Shenandoah National Park. Tonight I'll be in Front Royal, Virginia, just outside the northern exit point of it. Beginning my last week on the trail toward Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Look at this. This is in the mesh part of my tent. In the door, it's a pretty good size rodent hole and another smaller hole here. And I could probably sew that, but I'm going to use the famous duct tape. There they are, wild strawberries. Well, the cultivated ones are better. Here's this big meadow, and wow. Okay, I might just have to sit for a minute. I just came up a hill and came across this old stone wall here. Don't know if that's a Civil War remnant or something else. This is a new shelter just built in 2016, the Whiskey Hollow shelter. I've just arrived. I'm the only one here. Let's take a look. Picnic table, mailbox, someone's being funny. These are cooking tables. They've put metal plates there so you can put your cook stove on those without burning the wood and sit there and have your dinner. That's a really nice feature. This is the Bear's Den Hostel, owned and operated by the Potomac Appalachian Trail Conservancy. What a wonderful place to stay. For 30 bucks, you get a warm, dry bunk to stay in, laundry, shower, pizza for dinner, soda, and Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and then cook your own pancakes this morning. It's a great place to stay. It's 7:25 in the morning, Friday, May 24th, and I've just begun my very last day hiking on the A Trail. That was the path from the shelter Here's my sign telling me what way to go. And it's such a beautiful morning. We had a torrential rainstorm that came through last night. This morning is sunny blue. And the trail today has given me a little bit of everything. This is just a big pile of rocks to step over. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. And some of this. Well, I've begun my final 2 miles into Harpers Ferry, and it's all downhill, which is a nice way to come in. This day has been spectacular, one of the best days on the trail so far. The temperature is perfect, probably just around 70 degrees, sunny, light breeze, just enough to cool things off, no humidity because a big storm came through yesterday. Just beautiful. And I've got a range of emotions. Harpers Ferry sits at 1,024 miles, called the spiritual halfway mark. The actual halfway mark is a little bit further north. And I didn't do 1,024 miles because I skipped around the Smokies and skipped another little patch when family or friends flew in and I was behind and needed to catch up to where they were going to be. But I just am so thankful and grateful for everything I've experienced out here. Cold, rain, sleet, snow, ice, frozen everything. Also hot humidity and ouch, trips and spectacular views and ups and downs and views and green tunnels. And I'm just, God, it's just going to be very strange to leave. This has been my life for the past 3 months, getting up every day, almost every day, and hiking. And there I am. Hey, it's been remarkable, but I also can't wait to get home and see family and friends. So this is the Shenandoah River, and it very soon is going to flow into the Potomac River. Right through the trees here is a bridge that I believe I'm going to cross, a footbridge over it of some kind. And Harpers Ferry is just beyond the trees there. Oh, not finished yet. This is what we're doing now. One final bit of trail up to the AT headquarters, or visitor center as they call it. And here we go. We just arrived. This is it, the end of my trip. I've arrived at the AT Visitor Center at another step on the Appalachian Trail.